We have got information about Kanye West. We're going to tell you in a minute about what's going on with his life, that he's at home now, and the fact that all of his concerts may be on the skids because Kanye may not be performing for a long time. But first, we now have obtained a copy of the 911 tape that set all of this in motion.
This was the call that his doctor made back last Monday.
A week ago Monday.
Yes, a week ago Monday, when he was absolutely coming apart and behaving so erratically that the doctor actually placed the call to 911 before he even got to the house where Kanye was, at his trainer's house. So the
doctor knew something was brewing.
He knew
we know that.
He's racing over to the house because he knows what's going on and calls 911. And you can hear the panic in his voice and the instructions that the dispatcher gives him. Very interesting.
I'm actually one of his doctors. I'm just calling from my cell phone to request if we can have some police backup because I don't think the paramedics, you can bring both. Yeah, because I think he definitely is going to need to be hospitalized, so I wouldn't just do the police by itself. Weapons involved or in the area? No other weapons, no.
If you can just keep an eye on him, just try to...
He's here with us.
Don't let him get any weapons or anything like that. If anything changes, if he does become physically combative between now and when the police and or paramedics get their calls back immediately at 911.
Will do. Thank you so much.
I got to tell you something. I was told early on here that the doctor was actually there when he placed the call.
You can tell at a point in the conversation he is at the house. He does make it to the house.
Yeah, I believe he starts, Harvey, on a cell phone, going there, and then gets there, and the conversation continues after he arrives, because in the end, as you heard, he says, just make sure you, as in the doctor, the dispatcher says, make sure there's no weapons around him that he can get a hold of. And I think...
And he's worried about him being combative. You heard him say, like, if he starts lashing out at people, you got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Let me just say, because, again, we've been putting a lot of stories up here. I mean, the problems with Kanye have been going on for a while now. He's been struggling with something emotionally. And the doctor, when you really listen to this, it's very clear the doctor knew about everything that was brewing because he had been treating Kanye. And it's not like it was this gigantic leap for him to call 911 and say the things he said so quickly, because the doctor knew all of this stuff was brewing. So there were clearly episodes in the past. He just knew it exploded a week ago Monday.
I agree, Harvey. And also what's really interesting, if you really break down what the doctor's saying on the tape, he is telling the dispatcher, look, even though the police are already on their way at one point in the conversation, he says he's also going to need to be hospitalized, so send the paramedics. So the doctor on the phone on the way there already knows so much about what's going on with Kanye emotionally and mentally, and he knows how bad the situation is. He already knows he needs to be hospitalized. And the reason I think that's important is because I worked on with Kanye's people as this was unfolding, and a lot of, even the day before, and a lot of the cancellation of the concerts and his mental state was exhaustion, dehydration. He had been on tour, he was tired, he hadn't slept, and a lot of that was used as the reason for this happening. It's clear in this tape, the doctor is saying he is in such bad shape that he guaranteed needs to be hospitalized, get an ambulance.
So now that he's back home, that doesn't mean he's fine. He's not fine. And we are told that, Kanye had said he was canceling his concerts. This is hours before he had the breakdown, that he was canceling concerts for the rest of the year. We're now told that there are concerts that are supposed to continue after January.
At that point, hours before the breakdown, he said he canceled all the shows to the end of the year, but that he would be going back on the road sometime early in 2017 to do a second leg of his tour.
That hope has now changed to, we don't know when Kanye is going to come back on stage, because he is bad enough off that he's just got to get better. And they don't know when that's going to happen. Even though he's home, that doesn't mean he's okay. It just means he doesn't have to be hospitalized, but he's being treated by various doctors right now, and he needs help, and he needs to get better, and he can't make commitments. Although the weird thing, Mike, is,
to predict it,
but he has commitments. See, the thing is, he made the deals, so he's got commitments. He sold tickets, all of this stuff. But now they're in this kind of weird position that they don't want to cancel in January and February and March, but they can't necessarily say that they're going to do that right now. So it's kind of in this never land.
Right. And they're hopeful, Harvey. The word is hopeful. The people around him, the business people and the music executives are hopeful that he's well enough to do European part of this tour.
Can I sound really, I'm going to sound really cold right now saying this? Of course they're hopeful.
They're hopeful because
that's their livelihood.
And I can only explain it this way, and I talked to somebody not that long ago about this. The only explanation for anyone out there that doesn't understand mental illness or how this kind of thing works, being in the hospital for 9 days for an emotional or mental breakdown situation, it already tells you on its face how serious his issues are. This is not, I didn't sleep for a few days, had a little bit of a breakdown, and now I'm fine. He was in the hospital for 9 days. This is serious, and really hopeful is the word, I know, but the reality is probably not going to tour for some time.
Ebony Combs, Dallas, Texas. What I will say on Kanye is that, look, it's a serious situation. His mental health, his self-care is way more important than music. I think the world just needs to give him a little time. He never healed from his mom's passing, so this is his opportunity to do that, and prayers up because he deserves the time and the decompression from everything.
Everybody wishes it would just be about, getting over the issues with his mom. It's deeper than that. It is deeper than that.